Hi guys, it's Enny, aka the NocTrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. And today I'm here with another great indices trader, Miss J, on episode 8 of the Pip Talk Podcast. Miss J, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
So, for people who don't know you, explain a little bit about yourself and who you are, what type of trader you are, and yeah, just a little introduction to who Miss J is.
Sure. So this feels so weird to do because like you and I, we know each other from
Exactly.
uni.
Yeah, exactly.
so we know each other for a little while now.
Yeah,
but,
it sounds real formal the way I'm asking, but this is for everyone else that's watching.
But yes, I'm Miss J. A little about myself. So my background is in banking. So I was working in investment banking and trade support for about 8.5 years. Then I moved over into the consulting side. So still within the industry. And I kind of fell into trading as a retail trader probably around 4 or 5 years ago. And it kind of was born from this hunger to just wanting something different and not wanting to be completely like reliant on just one source of income. And just like anyone who starts off trading, I had no idea what I was doing. I was blowing accounts left, right, and center. It was fashionable. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
So that was me for a while. But then one of my mentors at the time introduced me to US 30, and that was kind of like my introduction or my segue into indices. Because at first, when I first started trading, it was, focused on Forex. To be honest, it didn't really give me the vim. It wasn't really giving me what it was supposed to give. So I kind of then, when my mentor gave me the idea of trading US 30 and he was showing me his scalping strategy, I kind of took that, leveraged that, started doing my own research, fell into DAX and never looked back. So DAX is one of the primary indices that I trade now. In fact, I would say 90% of the time I'm trading DAX. And it's been great. I think because of I've really just siloed and focused and zoomed in onto one index pair, it's allowed me to really find a consistent strategy that actually has been giving me, I would say, roughly around 90 to 100% win ratio. And I know that sounds mad.
Yeah, no, it's mad.
I know that sounds mad, but it has been giving me that kind of level of success.
When you told me about the your win rate, I was a bit like, okay, what is she doing? How's this really happening? Is this true? I thought, I don't know. Are you buying signals? Are you? Because obviously a 40% win rate is good. A 40% is brilliant. 90% win rate, and then I realized once you start showing me what you're doing, it's a very simple strategy, but
very simple.
It was the fact that you're patient, and that's something I've been working on. I'm not patient. I'm always looking for position, like looking for entries in different places. But you only trade a couple times a week. Well, how many times a week would you say you trade?
Well, actually, I can trade. I'm an intraday trader, so I can either take positions and hold long term for a few days, or I will, send out trade ideas pretty much every day. I tend, like, my favorite days to trade is like in the middle of the week. So like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mondays are always a bit hit and miss for me. Friday, unless it's like a big news day, it's not really my favorite day of the week to trade. But other than that, I'm pretty much consistent about going into the charts, just seeing anyways if there's any opportunities to trade. And like you said, my strategy is super simple. And I think that's what makes it so surprising to a lot of people when they hear that, you have this quite high win ratio with this really, really simple strategy. But it works.
Whatever works, whatever makes the money at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I wanted you to tell them about I know you're on a winning streak right now. How many trades have you gone without a loss?
Oh gosh. I don't know how many. I'm gonna have to check the number, but I think so for those, to give you a bit of context, so right now I'm currently an educator for a platform called B, and I specifically send out trade ideas on one of their applications called Titan, which services the indices market. And so it's all tracked, documented, and recorded for full transparency for anyone using the application. And for me, I think the last time I had a stop or hit a stop loss on the application was back in May 26. Yeah, May 26.
2021, just in case someone watches
2021. Okay, May 26, 2021.
Yeah.
That was about roughly 2 months ago.
2 months ago. So that's 2 months without a loss. That's ridiculous. That's stellar. That's top class. So
thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your journey from first starting off as someone that was a bit of a novice in the industry of trading, to becoming a bit more experienced trader and consistently profitable, then to becoming an educator. I'd like to know a little bit about that process from novice to educator.
Sure. Well, let me tell you, there was a lot of highs and lows in that journey. It was no way linear at all. And when I first started off, for me, like I said at the beginning, like the reason why I wanted to start learning how to trade was simply born out of a place of frustration. I really wanted to find another stream of income. I didn't want to be completely locked in or tied in or completely dependent on just my job, especially because at the time I wasn't really happy in my job. You know, there was things that I wasn't really happy about. And so I wanted to find an alternative. I wanted to find something that, should anything happen, I've got something to lean back on. And that was the initial reason, or the initial reason why I was excited to wanting to learn how to trade. But I'll be honest with you, I had no idea where to go. A lot of my friends in industry, being institutional traders, very much was like giving me the institutional roadmap, you know? Very different. They didn't really understand, or they didn't really encourage me, let's say, to try and find out how to trade as an independent person. In fact, some people even ridiculed me, even thinking about it being possible. It was mad. So I was like, okay, let me just do this on a DL. Let me figure it out myself. So started doing research, and I just happened to see something on one of my friends' profile. She was promoting a platform, and I joined that platform. I don't know if I'm mentioning names. I don't know.
Yeah, every other person mentions their name, but you don't have to if you don't want to. That's cool.
Well, it's called IM.
Yeah.
So I joined IM, and at the time I had no kind of like concept. I had no idea about any kind of feedback or any kind of like reviews on IM. I went in cold. I went in cold simply because of the person I knew who was in there, who I highly respected. So anyways, that was where I started seeing trade ideas. I started learning the basics around Forex. And I'm a student. I'm really studious. So I kind of went over and above in terms of trying to learn the skill. But I'm also very impatient. So I was trying to make a big buck straight away. So there will be weeks where I'll go in and I was making a nice couple of £1,000, and then I will blow it the next week because there was no sense of risk management. There was no sense of anything. It was just, let me try and get the bag. And this, believe it or not, went on for a while, until I kind of started realizing that in my bank account, money was going out to my broker account, but no money was coming back in. And so I was like, okay, I need to revisit this. And I was just about to give up with trading. And then my mentor kind of saw that I was, you know, steering away from the whole hoo-ha about trading, and had a serious conversation with me. We discussed it, and he brought to my attention US 30. And he was like, you're someone, obviously, because of your time, I'm working full time at the time. Because of your time, you're not really sitting on the charts all day long. You kind of want to be able to scalp. You want to see quick results. And I was like, yeah, that's me. You're talking to my spirit. Like, that's me. So he showed me his scalping strategy, and it was very simple. And it was kind of a concept that was driven from the Candlestick Bible. I don't know if you've read that book before.
No, I have not.
Oh, it's a good book for any beginners who's wanting to learn about candlesticks. So it shows like pattern formation, etc. So went through all of that, but US 30 and me at the beginning, we weren't really seeing eye to eye. So although it gave me a nice introduction to indices, I kind of wanted to delve into that more. So I started looking at more indices, and found DAX. in my search of just going through the indices. And I started trying to back test the strategy that my mentor had given me, and I tweaked it slightly to be for me and my style. And I haven't looked back since. You know, it's been a work in progress since then. And that was probably about 3 years ago, I'd say. So I've been learning and trading probably for about 5 years. And I'd say 3 years into that journey, 2 years into the journey, started with DAX and haven't really looked back since. And yeah, you know, for me, I like to keep my trading really simple. I am not the smartest cookie in the room. So
working in investment in banking and
well, all of that doesn't come easy to me. Let me put it like that. You know, I'm, like I said, I'm very studious, and it's not because of choice, it's because I find it really, I need to learn in my style of way in order to come up the curve. I'm not the smart, it doesn't come to me so easily. So I need it to be broken down into bite-sized chunks. And that's how I approach my trading. I keep it really, really simple. And I guess I was, that's my doorbell. Give me 1 second.
Okay, pause.
A few moments later.
Sorry. I told you that was going to happen, isn't it?
I'm leaving that in.
Don't do it.
I'll put the doorbell and then I'll put like a, I don't know, like some funny skit or something.
yeah, you do that. So as I was saying, my journey went from just learning a really basic strategy, and after a while, in my group in IM, it first started off with just like probably like 5 of us just sharing our trade ideas on DAX. That was what it was. It was just a group chat on WhatsApp, just sharing trade ideas. But then I used that as a way of accountability for myself and my trading to try and ensure that I was maintaining consistency. And over time, I became one of the primary person. Sorry, can you hear that?
No.
Okay, sorry. And over time, I became the primary person who was, you know, sending out trade ideas. And this WhatsApp group went from having 5 people to a whole load more of people. So we moved it onto Telegram. And then it went from just being, I don't know, 100 people to roughly around 300 to 500 people who was in that Telegram group. And I was simply just sharing my trade ideas. And it was very, very consistent. So that was the first time it went from just being a nice hobby and I was just doing it with my mates to, okay, a broader audience of people who were getting my trade ideas. And then I moved from IM, left IM. I wasn't really, because for me, I felt like I learned I exhausted how much I was going to learn from the platform at the time. And I was really just there for my friends. Like I wasn't really, like my people that I was trading with, I wasn't really involved in the business side of things, let's say. And I carried on trading. I was just doing my thing. And then one of my mentors, you know, he told me about this platform called B. And I was just really intrigued by the company's products. You know, again, I wasn't really focused on the building side of things. It was more so about the trading. I'm a trader first and then before anything. But when I saw the products and they, you know, they claim to have like this 80% win ratio on their products and full transparency and documentation. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me test it out. Let me use them. And when I started using the products, I started seeing results. I was like, okay, this is real. This is serious. Their products are really good. And just by naturally showcasing what my experience were with the applications, a lot of other people wanted to come on board simply from just sharing how I'd been doing. Over time, again, I was doing the same thing I was doing in terms of having my little WhatsApp group, sharing my trade ideas. And from there, I got put forward to, as a trial period, to see if I can be an educator, the platform. And I was so nervous, I'm not gonna lie, because even though I'd been sending trades on WhatsApp, on Telegram groups, etc., this felt a little bit more real. Like
there's no expectation when you're doing it for free. There's expectation once you're an educator to
exactly to be on your best, you know, level. But even though I was nervous and it was like a more official, I think I needed that because again, it's the accountability factor. It actually it helps you to really decide how consistent you want to be with your trading, and have a plan and have a format, something that is legible for you to be able to tell someone else about it. Because a lot of the times trading is such an individual sport that it can be whatever you want it to be. You know, it can be as consistent, or it can be a part-time hobby. It can be just a game. It could be a business. It can really be however you choose to treat it. And now that I was an educator, for me, it became business. It became, well, I mean, I treated it as business before, but now it was like, it wasn't just my business, it was everyone else's business too. So I feel a sense of accountability and a sense of responsibility for the community, to make sure that if I'm trading and sending out trade ideas, I have certainly gone through my checklist confirmation. I'm not taking any unnecessary risks. I'm taking trade ideas that I think are going to at least achieve, you know, a 1-to-1 ratio. That is what I'm doing. And I think I'm doing that more consciously than I probably did if I was just trading for myself. So that's been my journey from blowing accounts left, right, and center for time, like honestly for time, to now being an educator and teaching thousands upon thousands of people around the world. So it's been fantastic. It's been a really, really fantastic, Kurt.
That's awesome. So now that you're consistent, or you've been a consistent trader for a while, quite some time, got a community that you lead. What's the future hold for Miss J in terms of your trading? And I know you've passed a couple of prop firms, so I know you're funded as well, and you've got some capital behind that. But what else do you have plans for your future in terms of trading?
Well, for me, trading was always going to be a residual stream of income for me, you know, and it's something that helps source or funds other things that I'm working on. So any investments I'm doing, I use a lot of my trading income to fund that for me. So I always have a target in mind of what I want to achieve. I always set myself challenges. You know, I'm about to put myself through another 90-day sprint, you know, because I think that my best trading is done when I'm in a period of focus. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put myself through another 90-day program. And the goal for me is that by December 2021, yeah, I want to be living my best life.
All right.
Living my best life in Ghana.
In Ghana, yeah.
Yes. And you know what? I think for me, what also helped consistent this year is that I made my plan really, really simple. And my plan was this: to trade, to invest, and to impact. That was it. Like really, really simple, 3 things that I wanted to achieve this year. And I'm proud of myself to say that I've actually been consistently ticking those boxes. You know, I've been trading consistently. Through trading, I've been impacting people. The kind of stories I get all the time, you know, people telling me that they were able to put money down for their mortgage. You know, they've been able to buy their engagement ring for their fiance. They've been able to buy a car. They've been able to pay off debts. I get inundated with messages. And so for me, I just feel quite proud of the fact that I stuck to my guns to wanting to trade, wanting to impact people. And I've been able to do that with this vehicle that I'm with, Titan. So yeah, I want to show you a little bit about Titan, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Show you the application, how it works, and what the...
Guys, this is not an ad, by the way.
Oh, no ads. I just want to show you guys.
It's for the like, viewers. I know the comment section. I know what it's going to say, but carry on. Show it to me.
No ads. For me, this is my documentation of how I've been trading, right? So I'm just going to show you guys how it's been. If you want to make me a...
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Cool, perfect. So let me just get this up. Okay, so this right here is the Titan application.
Oh.
And it looks like so. And what it is a platform which traders like myself can share trade ideas. And then they've made it quite easy for someone to copy and paste the trade idea should they wish into either their demo accounts or their own trading accounts, wherever they choose to place those. So you simply get the trade idea. It tells you everything you need to know. So it tells you the entry point, what the direction of the trade, whether it's a buy or sell. It also has a live Pip point count, so you can see how many points is currently live on the trade idea. And it also gives you the areas of take profit. Now, what you can do is simply hit on the copy button and then paste that into the trade window in your trading platform. So it's quite easy to use. This is one of the trades I actually called this morning. You got the timestamps right at the top right here.
So you have multiple take profits. You have like 5, 6 take profits. So how much percentage are you risking each trade if you got like 10 take profit zones? Do you know what I mean?
It's really down to your style of trading. So for example, some people may twin trade. So they may open up one position. Might open up multiple positions for the different TPs. Some people may just have one position open, but then they will partially close down positions when certain TPs have reached. Okay. And some people may set one trade for just to hit one TP. It's really down to your...
What do you do?
Now, me personally, whenever I send a trade idea, I'm expecting it to reach or take profits. So for me, I would trade, I would twin trade, and I will have at least one of my trades at least close down at 20 points. Okay. And that will be the bigger portion of my trade. All right, and then I'll have like one small minuscule point position that I'll leave to fly wherever it's going.
To either fly or go break even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get you. And I always put a nice cheeky stop loss in profit. So that's my style of trading. We put the analysis of the trades idea on the trade idea, so people can follow the analysis as well. Yeah. So it's really cool. And just to show you like what my statistics have been for this month, you can see here I've had 100% win ratio. Points of gain, you can't really see how many from here, but actually it's been around 1,300 points. And the last time I hit an SL, as you can see, it's all greens right now, was back in here. This was the last time I hit an SL in 26th of May. So since then, I've been successfully hitting TPs.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous strike rate.
Yeah. So that's, and we've got a leaderboard for monthly, weekly,
number one
time. Just put it out there. But so that's the tool, and it's been exciting to share my trade ideas through the tool, and getting people who are able to profit whilst they're learning, earning whilst they're learning, which has been great. And for me, my trading, I just want to make sure that I maintain consistency. I'm always learning, always trying to see if there's any ways I can fine tune my strategy even more. So I'm always keen to see what's out there, learn different concepts, learn different styles, see if I can incorporate it into my own strategy. So that's the goal for the rest of the year. I'm just going to keep on learning, keep on trading, keep on just sticking to the charts and keeping my eye on what's happening in the news. Because I know personally, I think the next 6 months to a year, I think there's going to be some really interesting activity in the industry space, especially with the what's happening on the horizon in terms of inflation rates. I'm a big advocate about fundamentals. I studied economics at university, so that so that's something that I'm still quite. That's my roots, right? I'm still very much invested in that. So I think coming up in the next 6 months to a year, I think we're going to see some really, really interesting swings in the industry space, especially to do with the likes of inflation and how the world is going to kind of come out of this whole post-pandemic stimulus program. I think we're going to see a lot of painful periods in well, not painful for me because I'm going to ride it down and ride it
make
up.
money on the way up or money on the way down. I've learned to
down.
not even try and make predictions of I've stopped trying to make long-term predictions now. I don't go past 3 months because this time last year I said, okay, there's going to be a crash and it still hasn't happened yet. So, but I do.
Well, you said that, but last year, just before pandemic, I said there was going to be a crash and I managed to catch it in March. That was one of my biggest payouts in March. It was 3,000 points. I was like, right. And that was the first time I've ever actually held a trade for more than 2 weeks. I've never held a trade for 2 weeks. So, but like having an idea of what's coming or what could happen in terms of sentiments in the market is really, really helpful when it comes to trading. I mean, not predicting, but just having an awareness.
Macro level view of what you think is going to happen. Definitely.
Exactly.
But Miss J, thanks for joining us on the Pip Talk podcast. I'd love to have you back again when next time you might be on a 6-month winning streak. You might be calling in from Ghana. But keep up with the great trading, and I'll put a link to your Titan app or something like that somewhere in the description section there.
Yeah, no, people can reach out to me on my Insta. So you can put that on your description. But thank you so much for having me, Annie. It's been great. It's been fantastic.
No problems. Annie, aka the NocTrader, signing out.